Hi, welcome to Tap Tech. Samsung has finally done it. They've made the foldable phone people actually want again. This is the Galaxy Z Fold 7. It's not just an upgrade. It's a full redesign. It's thinner. It's lighter. It's faster. And it's much more refined than before. Samsung really needed to step up, and this time, they have the Fold 6 was solid. But it wasn't exciting. It was expensive and bulky. And compared to the latest foldables from Oppo, Vivo, and Honor, it started to feel outdated. The design was behind. The battery wasn't amazing. And the cameras were just okay, but now we have the Fold 7. And everything is better. Let's start with the design. When open, the Fold 7 is only 4.22mm thick. That's incredibly thin. When closed, it's 8.9mm. The Fold 6 was 5.6 and 12.1 respectively. That means Samsung shaved off quite a lot of bulk. This is a big change. It's also lighter now. Only 215 grams. That's 24 grams less than the Fold 6. And almost the same as the S25 Ultra. That it finally feels like a regular phone again. You don't feel like you're holding a brick. You can slip it into your pocket without a problem. Samsung really focused on making this device more comfortable to use daily. And that effort shows. The hinge is also new. It's called the Flex Hinge. It's 30% slimmer than before. But it's also stronger. It uses Samsung's third-generation Armor aluminum, which gives it better durability. You can feel the difference when you fold and unfold the phone. It's smooth, but solid. Another part of the redesign is the screen durability. Samsung used 50% thicker ultra-thin glass on the inside. There's also a new titanium lattice layer underneath. That makes the display stronger and helps reduce the crease in the middle. And yes, the crease is still there. But it's shallower. It's less visible in daily use. You don't notice it as much when watching videos or reading. Speaking of screens, the outer display is now 6.5 inches. That's up from 6.3. But more importantly, it's wider. Samsung has gone with a 21:9 aspect ratio. That makes typing, browsing, and using apps on the cover screen much better. It doesn't feel cramped anymore. It also uses Gorilla Glass Ceramic 2 on the front. That's stronger than the Gorilla Glass Victus 2 used last year. The back still has Victus 2 though. This makes the phone more scratch resistant and tougher overall, and when you open it, you get a beautiful 8-inch tablet screen. That's up from 7.6 inches on the Fold 6. The screen area is 11% bigger. And the bezels are slimmer too. So, you get more space without adding size to the phone itself. It's still a dynamic AMOLED 2X display. It supports 1 to 120 Hz refresh rate. And it can hit up to 2600 nits of brightness. That's great for outdoor use and HDR video. The screen is sharp, vivid, and very responsive. One thing that hasn't changed, though, is the PWM. That's pulse width modulation. It's the way OLED screens adjust brightness. Some people are sensitive to it. It can cause eye strain or headaches. Other companies like Honor and Oppo use high-frequency PWM, which is easier on the eyes. Samsung still uses the older method. Hopefully, that changes in the future. Now let's talk battery. This is where Samsung decided not to change much. The Fold 7 still has a 4400 mAh battery. Same as last year. But Samsung says battery life is slightly better. That's because of the new chip and software optimization. Samsung claims up to 24 hours of video playback. In real-world use, expect about a day of average use. That's not bad, but not great either. Other foldables, like the Honor Magic V5, have much bigger batteries. Up to 5800 mAh. That's a big difference. The reason they can do that is silicon carbon battery tech. It lets them pack more capacity in the same space. Samsung still uses Standard battery tech. Maybe for safety or durability reasons. But still, it would have been nice to see more battery life this year. Charging speeds also remain the same. 25W wired, 15W wireless, and 7.5W reverse wireless charging. Again, not fast by today's standards, but acceptable. Most people won't notice much difference unless they charge often. Now let's move to performance. The Fold 7 runs on the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 Elite for Galaxy. It's the same chip as in the S25 Ultra. It's powerful and efficient. And in the Fold 7, you get the full performance, no throttling or downclocking like some other phones. Samsung also added a new cooling system. It uses ultra-high thermal conductivity graphite layers over key parts. This helps keep the phone cooler during heavy use. We'll have to see how it holds up during gaming or long camera sessions, but the early results are promising. The phone comes with 12GB of RAM in the base and mid models. You get 256GB or 512GB of storage. If you go for the 1TB model, you get 16GB of RAM. That's a big boost and makes multitasking smoother. Now to one of the most important upgrades, the cameras. The Fold series has never been known for its cameras. But the Fold 7 changes that. The main sensor is now 200 megapixels. That's the same resolution as the S25 Ultra. Technically, it's a smaller version of the Ultra's sensor, but the performance is still great. Photos are sharper, colors are richer, and dynamic range is better. This is a big leap from the 50MP sensor on the Fold 6. Low light performance is also much improved. The 10MP telephoto camera is the same hardware as before, offering 3x optical zoom. But Samsung says image quality is improved thanks to the new chip and updated image processing. It should give better results in low light and better detail overall. The ultra-wide camera is 12MP. It uses a new sensor that's 56% brighter. It also supports autofocus, which means you can take macro shots using the ultra-wide lens. That's a fun and useful upgrade. But there's also a big change to the under-display camera. It's no longer trying to be hidden. It's now more visible, but image quality is better. It has a wider field of view, 100 degrees up from 85. That makes it more usable for video calls or selfies from the main screen, and yes, you still have a regular 10MP front camera on the cover screen. No big changes there, but it's still solid. For selfies and quick shots overall, the Fold 7 now has one of the best camera systems on a foldable phone. And with Samsung's new Pro Visual Engine and the power of Snapdragon, it delivers great results. Now onto software. The Fold 7 ships with Android 16 and One UI 8. This is one of the first phones to come with Android 16 out of the box. And One UI 8 brings some useful new features. There's a better multitasking interface. You can drag and drop content between apps more easily. You can run 3 apps side by side. And there's a taskbar at the bottom, like on a tablet or laptop. It's more intuitive and smoother than ever. You also get Circle to search. You draw a circle around anything on your screen, and it searches the web instantly. It's a cool trick that saves time, and gaming is better too. Titles like Call of Duty and Genshin Impact are optimized for the Fold 7. The big screen gives you more space, and the new chip keeps performance steady. And then there's Galaxy AI. You've heard of it. It helps you write better messages, edit photos, generate images, and more. Some features feel like gimmicks, but others are actually useful, especially on a foldable screen. Samsung also promises 7 years of Android updates. That's the best update policy in the industry. It means you can keep your Fold 7 for a long time without missing out on the latest features and security updates, but not everything is perfect. One feature is missing this year: S Pen support. That's right. The Fold 7 no longer works with a stylus. Samsung removed the digitizer to help make the phone thinner. It's a tough trade-off. The S Pen was an optional accessory, but a powerful one. Some users will definitely miss it. The case is different too. It's now a simple back cover with a built-in screen protector. No more front frame. No more S Pen slot. It's more minimal, but also less flexible. It makes sense given the design change, but it might not suit everyone. The IP rating hasn't improved either. It's still IP48. That means some dust protection and basic water resistance. But rivals like Honor offer IP59, which is better. It's not a huge deal, but still worth mentioning. So, to wrap it up, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is the biggest upgrade Samsung has made in years. The design is cleaner. The phone is lighter. The screens are bigger. The crease is smaller. The cameras are better. The chip is faster. And the software is smarter, but it's still expensive. It still charges slowly. It doesn't support the S Pen. But it feels like Samsung has finally caught up to, and maybe even passed, its foldable competition. If you've been waiting for a fold that feels complete, the Fold 7 might be the one. It doesn't try to be flashy. It just works better in almost every way. Would you buy one? Or are you more interested in the Flip 7? Let us know in the comments, and if you plan to pre-order, Samsung is offering a free storage upgrade and some extra credit. Check the link in the description. Thanks for watching Tap Tech. Make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell for more honest reviews.